Look at some ways in which AI applications have impacted our lives. We are going to dive into the domains of mobility and autonomous intelligence, personalized healthcare, fintech, and finally, retail and industry. Mobility refers to how people and their stuff moves around. Imagine a driving service that can be on demand 24/7, without drivers suffering from fatigue like most people do. Automated delivery systems starts processing an order as soon as it has been placed. If you order a product in the evening, it could potentially arrive at your door the very next morning. Applications go even further than this. Take drone technologies that are already used for deliveries in developing countries, for example, but more about this a little bit later. Electric cars have had tremendous impact on the viability of autonomous driving. They need fewer parts, and the rise of hardware and software integration into our cars allow for better diagnostics to be run on them. As mentioned earlier, edge technologies have also assisted in realizing the dream of autonomous driving. Autonomous driving aims to reduce injuries and accidents, one of the leading causes of death globally, and other applications such as ride-sharing will also decrease the number of vehicles on the road. As with anything that proposes change, there might be some drawbacks. For instance, tax on fuel is used in many countries as a means to fund maintenance projects such as the upkeep of roads and bridges. With the progression to electric vehicles, this might have to be adapted. Mobility also includes technologies that could have further impact how we live our life daily. For instance, radars give a car much more information about the environment surrounding it, being able to detect objects that would not be possible by human vision alone. Gesture control could also provide assistance in eliminating distractions whilst driving. Many other new avenues in extending mobility could possibly be explored using these technologies. These include advertising, opportunities for companies within the automated driving experience to give data analytics, to provide insight about the driver along with driver monitoring. For example, software that can check the driver's posture, or if their eyelids are closed, then alert emergency services and bring the car to a safe stop. By the way, in a book by Matthew Walker, it has been shown that people suffer from microsleeps, and that is where most accidents happen. The data analytics could also give more insight into these instances. Computer vision and sensors already detect whether seatbelts are fastened. Face identification could assist with identifying the rightful owner of a vehicle if an unidentified individual takes control of the car. If verification of a new driver is not given, the car can automatically alert authorities and take preventative measures if the car is being hijacked. Something that could significantly reduce the amount of car hijackings in high crime rate areas. Let's now move to the healthcare sector, a real biggie. Our understanding of medicine has evolved tremendously over the short space of time. Medicine has gone from some sort of magic reserved to be understood by only a select few to an understood scientific field. And to illustrate this point further, I think you can go watch any of the documentary series of medical practices within the Middle Ages and you'll get a good sense of what it was like, or even the book by Bill Bryanson, The Occupant's Guide to the Body. We know a lot more about medicine due to being able to understand the data surrounding it. We'll unpack huge topics of digital health management by looking at these 4 areas, primarily early detection, personalized treatment, precision medicine. This is also kind of linked to precision and statistical analysis, but we'll talk about that much later, and evidence versus experience-based research. The applications of cognitive science within evidence and experience-based research has been highly beneficial throughout the years, helping us to understand neural activity, neural mappings, and much more. The benefits of AI technologies are not limited to individual users or institutions in the medical field. Automated responses could greatly benefit response units, as mentioned before, especially in underdeveloped countries. Take for instance in Rwanda, where 65% of blood deliveries are made with drones. That is an astonishing figure. The term fintech is short for financial technology. Banking normally comes in three forms: lending of money, transferring of money, and making investments. And AI applications have a role to play in each of these areas. Another area that has been hugely impacted by AI is insurance. As we touched on earlier, with cars equipped with the latest hardware and software, insurance is gaining more and more information on how we drive. This data can be used to reward responsible drivers or potentially flag high-risk individuals. Chatbot services are already offered by various insurance companies, assisting customers with admin and general inquiries. Also, automatic virtual claims allow for claims to be submitted and processed electronically, relieving some of the administrative burden of the process. And so we move into the final section of our lesson today and look at how AI applications have contributed to retail trends. In market knowledge, data has become a company's most valuable currency for forecasting demand, predicting overhead costs, and optimizing savings. For personalization, it doesn't sound intuitively correct to say the company that understands the customer best is the best company. Surely it's the company that has the best product that comes out on top. Although that is perhaps a condition that must be satisfied for success. On the other side of the equation, understanding the customer is just as important once you have a strong product. Only you satisfy the requirement of having a competitive product. Netflix has estimated that they save roughly $1 billion yearly in losses thanks to their recommender system. Recommender systems all around e-commerce are becoming a key factor in competitive markets. To the one with the better recommender goes the spoils, as they say. The shopping experience has become so seamless that ease of purchase is now a large factor in customer satisfaction, being one of the key features in determining repeat customers. This is known as speed retailing. Automation has also become a large factor for company success. The faster you sell, the more you can sell, along with automation in the user experience. We no longer have to search and delve into articles for the best purchase. The process is already largely automated for us. To end off today's lesson, let's think about what future AI industry applications are on the cards. This is a very difficult question to answer. Some predictions that seem to be fiction have become fact, and what was once believed to be fact for millennia has since been proven to be mere science fiction. So let's rather look at some of the challenges AI is predicted to face in the coming future. Firstly, the return on investment of AI projects must be calculated so that the feasible projects should be considered. Preventing possible AI winters, which we'll be discussing within Lesson 4, is also important. Then, government regulation and data privacy is an important factor, as data ownership is likely to have an effect on the advancement of AI. Another thing to think about is the fact that the human workforce will be altered. Whether the AI revolution is to create or take more jobs is undetermined. We also do not know how it will shape the working class. Today and in the future, your richest individuals and companies are all tech-related, whereas, not too long ago, these titles belonged to oil and steel companies or investment firms. And finally, wars driven by AI could very well be a challenge we have to face, with data affecting how we vote and what causes we sign up for. Some of the wisest among us have posted that the next world war will indeed be a war of data.